So I wanted to go ahead and give my honest review so far on Starfield, which just came out a few days ago. And frankly, guys, it's one of the best Bethesda games I've ever played. And I'm not trying to be a fanboy or anything because I can't defend Bethesda for all that they've done in the past few years regarding both Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. Fallout 4 was just a disappointment, but Fallout 76 was an absolute blunder. And I don't know why people still play that game, but I had high hopes for Starfield. They were working on this game for a very long time. They announced it a long time ago, I think in 2017. And I just wanted this game to be something like Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3. Just to preface this, those two Bethesda games are some of my favorite games, not only of Bethesda, but just of all time. And I play them often, and there's a mod that combines the two, but that's for a different story. So I just put Fallout 3 and New Vegas at number 1 side by side. I just treat them as the same game. I've come to treat those two as the same game. That's how I would rank the first Bethesda game in my list here. Secondly, I think Starfield's becoming number 2 on the list. Because I like Skyrim. Don't get me wrong, I think Skyrim's a great game, but I prefer the space backdrop over the fantasy backdrop. And that's okay. That's personal preference. If you like Skyrim, everybody loves Skyrim. I love Skyrim, but Starfield is something new, but something so familiar at the same time because you're playing a Bethesda game when you're playing Starfield from the get-go. You know what you're getting into. You're about to go on this adventure, this open-ended adventure. You could pick your own character. You could choose your own destiny and just be free. It's just Bethesda core. That's how it's always been for the most part. And this game has so far delivered very well, quite a bit. And I think I'm about 40 hours in so far. The main quest is barely even touched. I'm doing a few main quests to the point where I did get my first power. I don't want to spoil it, but there are powers in the game similar to Skyrim, and you get them by doing the main quests. So I would recommend doing the main quest, but I gotta tell you, I'm just getting distracted by base building. I got into it a couple nights ago, and I just can't stop building bases. The outposts are crazy. They're sort of basic. They're kind of limited, but they're fun. It's addicting. It's addicting to go on from planet to planet, build these outposts, build these cargo link stations, have minerals get automatically put into these cargo link station boxes and sent to another outpost, which is your main base where you set up your cool station and stuff like that. That's cool. You can have all of these minerals from each planet come to your main base, and you could either have that go to be sold off or use in your crafting recipes, or you could do whatever with that. It is really cool so far. And that's just barely scratching the surface. That's what I've been getting into. And from what I've seen, it just seems like this game has so much to offer. And I can't wait to get into it just because the base building alone is so much fun. I'm going to give this game a lot of credit from their launch. It's not very buggy in terms of gameplay. In terms of optimization, that's a different story because this game is running not so great on PC for most people, even if you have a high-end card. I have a 3070 Ti, and even in the cities, I struggle to get 60 frames in the busiest parts of the city, which isn't that. I mean, I understand there's a lot of NPCs, there's a lot going on in the cities. It's fine, it's whatever. I mean, I'm sure modders will find optimization tweaks that they'll release, and they already have. The best one so far is the DLSS plugin, which Bethesda didn't include for NVIDIA card users, but it is out there. Modders have put it back in the game, and so far it has made the game immensely more playable. I'm getting a lot better frame rates, especially outside of the cities. It's just incredible. So if you are on an NVIDIA card playing on PC, check out the DLSS mod on the mod site of your choice. I don't care where you get it, but check it out. It's necessary, and install it today, okay? But this game is quite something else. It just feels like Oblivion in space, but even calling it that is a little too nebulous because this is something new. They really changed a whole bunch of things. Now, I didn't play a whole lot of Fallout 4. I did play it, but I was so disappointed in the skill system from New Vegas on how they changed that. It seems like Starfield's skill system might be a little bit similar to how Fallout 4 works. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's not bad. It's kind of interesting so far. You have to do challenges to unlock different ranks of skills. And I just find that interesting. And it's not like Oblivion where, the more you jump, you level up jumping. It's not like that. It's more like you pick a skill and then you hone in on that skill's activity. Like, let's say, you upgrade your ballistic weapons. That unlocks new ranks for you, and each rank is like kill 50 enemies with a ballistic weapon. And you only get credit for that skill if if you have that placed in to rank up. It's kind of weird to talk about it without actually playing it, but it's not bad. I don't think it's a bad upgrade. I like it. It's different. Now, the only thing is, I wish that they had some kind of land vehicles in this game. Land vehicles would have been awesome. They really didn't have that. And Bethesda games generally don't have vehicles. But I think it would, they could release a DLC pack where they add land vehicles. I think it would be really nice. Bethesda, think about that. I know you're listening. Otherwise, I can't think of too many more complaints. I just can't. I mean, I can't talk a whole lot about the game because I just haven't experienced it yet. Like all of it. Because there's mission boards where you can get bounties for people. Like, I've done one mission, and it seems like there's a few mission types. But, a lot of them are just, go kill this guy, go do this. I did this debt collection quest for Galbank. It's just weird little offbeat stuff like that just makes a Bethesda game, really. I'm just getting so distracted from the main quest, guys. And that's what I wanted. It has elements of No Man's Sky, and I hear people on the internet complaining about how you can't fly around in your ship on the planets, on the surface. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I do agree, but at the same time, I guess it's not really the scope of the game. I don't think they'll add that in future updates, but maybe modders might. Who knows? I just think that even without that kind of gameplay, that the game's amazing. It's really fun. Now, I wouldn't consider this a 10 out of 10 by any means. It's not groundbreaking, like it's not going to change the industry. I said earlier it feels old. It feels like a remixed version of an old Bethesda game. It's old but it's new. It's it's fun, it's addicting, but it's not like a game where it's going to change the industry. I think that Starfield is going to have a bright future ahead of it with DLC updates, stuff like that. People are going to make mods for it. The the possibilities are endless with this. Somebody's going to make a multiplayer mod. That's going to be fun. And I just think the game is great. I hate paying $70 for any game in this day and age. And I have yet to have a reason where I would regret to buy this game because I paid $75, tax included, and I don't regret it so far. I think this year I've bought more games than I bought in in the past recent year, and I think this year's awesome. Starfield's going to be game of the year, I think. I mean, it should probably go to Baldur's Gate 3. One of my other favorites, but I'm really enjoying both. Starfield's just got my attention right now. And if it's got your attention too, I hope you're enjoying it because it's such a great time. I think it's a great game. Keep it up, Bethesda. This is exactly what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I hope all the other fans out there are enjoying it. I'm glad. Another thing, I'm glad the main character shuts up. He doesn't say anything. That was a big blunder in Fallout 4. Whatever. But this game's great. If you haven't checked it out, if you're a Bethesda fan, check it out immediately. If you're not, wait for a sale or check it out on Game Pass or something. Either way, guys, let me know what you're up to in Starfield, what kind of character you're playing. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. See you later.